Who do you think has a better chance of making the playoffs this year?
Joy, Shannon, before the season started on this show, I said that neither would have a remote chance of making the playoffs. And after what I saw last night from both, and I watched both games in full, I'm sorry, I have to change this. Now, on the Lakers count, I may be speaking more with heart than head, but I now believe both the Lakers and the Knicks will make the 8th and final playoff spot in their conference. And yet, the Lakers clearly have the much higher degree of difficulty in the West. Because I look at what's happening right now. I don't love Portland, but it's still Damian Lillard. They lost at Knicks last night in a close game. They're going to hang in and hang around even as a 500 sort of team right now. But coming up from the rear is the Utah Jazz. They're talented. They're loaded. And now that New Orleans has gotten healthy, here they come. They dominated at Atlanta last night. So it's going to be tough to hold off Utah and New Orleans coming up from the rear for the Lakers. But I am starting to love Luke Walton's Los Angeles Lakers. I like to watch them play. They're so much fun, and Luke has to be, so far, the runaway coach of the year. I don't think it's even close at this point. They were up 14 last night and looked like a dominating kind of team against Oklahoma City. That was with 6:45 left. And then Russell Westbrook, back in his home area, not his hometown, but home area, Russell went berserk in the fourth quarter, as only Russell can. 17 fourth quarter points, and all of a sudden you look up with 13.9 seconds left, and Oklahoma City, on a putback by Steven Adams, is up by a point. Last year, the young, unsure Lakers would have just fallen apart, and that would have been another L.
Well, it wouldn't have been that close because Kobe would have been jacking up 40 shots.
That's fair point. Touche. But in this case, as Joy points out, very fittingly, Nick Young steals a pass intended for Lou Williams, then gets away with a travel that they almost never call in the NBA, but he takes like 3 steps after he caught the ball to try to stop himself and right himself. But he still shoots a fall-away rainbow three-point shot and just absolutely drains it to win the basketball game. It is so Nick Young. And as Luke said after the game, listen, this kid, for what it's worth, whether you like him or you don't like him, on or off the court, he is fearless taking big, late shots. Lou Williams is fearless taking big, late shots. Jordan Clarkson is fearless. And what I love about what Luke did, just brilliant, he walked in and said, you know what? I'm not going to start any of those 3 veteran players. They're going to come off my bench. So those 3, especially Lou and Jordan, played most of the fourth quarter. I think Swaggy P played like 4 minutes in the fourth quarter, but he finished the game. So he goes with his veteran clutch shooters to finish the game because he has them. So I look at this team and I say, wow, Brandon Ingram played in the fourth quarter and made 2 big threes. Well, that's pretty good. And Julius Randle, whom Walton calls just a monster. He calls him a monster. Now, he's not healthy right now. He's got a bad hip, and he wasn't very good last night, but he's had some monster games so far. And D'Angelo Russell's got a bum knee right now. He didn't play. I don't love him, but again, he's got talent. This team has talent, top to bottom. And all of a sudden, their growth is no longer stunted by having to watch Kobe take shot after shot after shot. And they're playing with this unbridled joy and energy and enthusiasm that Byron Scott would not allow last year. He's a coach of veterans, and it's going to be my way or the highway, and that team played tight and nervous. It did, all last year. And all of a sudden, Luke has come in and said, free it up, let it fly, let it flow. And they're just fun to watch because there's so much exploding coming-of-age talent. So, again, I might be going a little hard overhead here, but I think they're playing so confidently right now. We're later going to talk about their game tonight at Golden State. They already beat the Warriors once, and they think they can hang with the Warriors. I'm starting to think they can also hang on to the 8th playoff spot even in the West.